There's a brown bottle sitting in almost every bathroom cabinet in America, and it might be costing you money and slowing down healing at the same time. Here's something worth knowing before you reach for it again. The most common thing people use it for, pouring it straight on a cut, is now considered a mistake by the people who study wound healing for a living. It can genuinely delay a scrape from closing. And on top of that, most people are still buying separate specialty cleaners for jobs this $3 bottle already handles, just because nobody told them which jobs those actually are. Stick with me. I'm going to tell you exactly what changed, exactly what this bottle is still genuinely good for, and where you're probably wasting money buying something else to do its job. Neither half is the version the viral videos are giving you. Here's why this is worth 10 minutes of your time. Most people own 5, 6, 7 different cleaning products. A bathroom spray, a kitchen spray, a stain remover, a whitener. Each one a separate bottle, a separate cost, sitting under the sink. Buy a specialized product for every single job in your house, and it adds up fast every time you restock. A lot of what's in those bottles you already own in one $3 bottle from the pharmacy. But here's the other side of this, and it matters more. If you've got kids, you've probably reached for this exact bottle on a cut before. Most of us have. That bubbling and fizzing when it hits a wound. Most of us were taught that meant it was working, killing the germs. What almost nobody tells you, that same reaction that kills germs is also breaking down the healthy cells your body needs to close that wound. You could be slowing down healing every time you use it that way. That's not a small thing. That's a habit a lot of us picked up from our own parents, still doing it exactly the same way, without knowing the guidance changed. And on the other side, people see this bottle called dangerous or outdated online, and they stop using it for anything at all, including the things it's still genuinely excellent at. So you end up in one of two places. Either using an old habit that's now known to work against you, or throwing out a cheap, genuinely useful tool because you heard it was bad, without anyone telling you which part. Neither one is right. And that's exactly what we're sorting out today. What this bottle actually does, what it doesn't do anymore, and how to use it the way it actually works. Think about what's actually under your sink right now. A disinfectant spray, a stain stick, a whitening product for laundry, a grout cleaner, 4 or 5 bottles, 4 or 5 separate purchases, restocked every few months. Now think about the fact that one $3 bottle can genuinely do real versions of several of those jobs, if you know which ones and how to actually use it. That's not a small saving over a year of restocking under the sink. And on the health side, this isn't just theory either. A wound that heals slower because the cells doing the repair work keep getting disrupted can mean more days with a bandage, more chances for something to get worse before it gets better, and sometimes a worse-looking scar once it's done. Search for advice on this bottle online right now, and you'll find both extremes confidently stated. One video swearing by it for everything, including your cuts. Another calling it useless or dangerous, telling you to throw it out entirely. Both are wrong in different directions, and both cost you something if you follow them. This bottle has been sitting in American medicine cabinets for well over 100 years. Long before antibiotic ointment, long before most of what's in a modern first aid kit. My own family kept a bottle of it under the sink my whole childhood, same as probably yours did. It wasn't a specialty item. It was just there, the way baking soda was just there. And there's a reason it earned that spot. It's genuinely one of the simplest, cheapest active ingredients you can buy. 3% hydrogen peroxide and water. That's it. No fragrance, no dye, nothing added to make it seem fancier than it is. Here's the plain version of what it actually does. It's what's called an oxidizer. When it touches living tissue or breaks down in light, it splits apart into water and oxygen. That fizzing you see is literally oxygen gas escaping. That's also why it's sold in a brown bottle and not a clear one. Light breaks it down early, before you ever get to use it. Keep it in a dark cabinet, not on a sunny windowsill, and it actually stays effective longer. Old-timers didn't need to know the chemistry to trust it. It was cheap, it was simple, and it did a real job. That's still true today. What's changed isn't the bottle. It's what we've learned about exactly where it helps and where it doesn't. Somewhere along the way, that nuance got lost. People either kept doing exactly what their parents did, or they saw a headline calling it outdated and gave up on it completely. Neither one is the honest answer. The honest answer starts with what it's actually recognized for today. Environmental health and safety guidance, the kind used to decide what actually disinfects a surface, lists hydrogen peroxide as a real, effective disinfectant against a wide range of germs. Not folklore, recognized on the record. So the old bottle earns its place for a real reason. We just have to use it the way it actually works, not the way we assumed it worked. Alright, let's go through exactly what this bottle is good for, starting with the part almost nobody explains correctly. Disinfecting a surface. This is real, and it's backed by actual environmental health guidance, not a home remedy blog. But here's the part that gets left out of nearly every video about it. It's not instant. Spraying a surface and wiping it off 5 seconds later doesn't give it time to actually do its job. Guidance around EPA-registered disinfectants is specific about this. Pay attention to contact time, not just what you spray. For hydrogen peroxide to actually disinfect a surface, it generally needs to sit, visibly wet, for several minutes. Not a quick wipe. Spray it, walk away, come back. Practically, that means spraying your counter, doing something else for 5 or 10 minutes, then wiping it down. That's the whole difference between using it as a rinse and using it as an actual disinfectant. Cutting boards and kitchen surfaces are a genuinely strong use for exactly this reason. Spray it on after you've handled raw meat, give it real time to sit, then wipe. Simple, cheap, and it does real work. Washing produce is another solid one. A diluted rinse can help lift dirt and surface residue off fruits and vegetables before you eat them. Rinse well with plain water afterward. Stain removal and whitening is the second big real use. That same oxidizing action that disinfects also breaks down some stains and brightens white fabric. The same basic principle bleach uses, just gentler. A small amount dabbed on a fresh stain, on white or colorless fabric only, can lift blood, sweat, and some food stains before they set. Test an inside seam first. It can lighten colored fabric. Grout and tile in the bathroom is another place it earns its keep. The same fizzing action that concerns some people on skin is exactly what helps lift grime out of grout lines. Let it sit, then scrub. Mirrors and glass respond well to it too, streak-free, without the ammonia smell some glass cleaners have. Spray, let it sit a minute, wipe with a lint-free cloth. Inside the refrigerator is a use people rarely think of. A diluted wipe-down handles spills and odor-causing residue without leaving behind a chemical smell that lingers on food. Your kitchen sponge is another genuinely smart use. Soaking it in hydrogen peroxide for a few minutes is a real way to knock down the bacteria that build up in a damp sponge, one of the germiest objects in most kitchens without anyone thinking about it. Toothbrush holders, soap dishes, anywhere damp sits around your bathroom sink are good candidates too. Anywhere moisture collects is exactly where this kind of disinfecting does real work, given the time to sit. If you run a humidifier, a diluted rinse through the tank between uses helps prevent the mold and mildew buildup that shows up in standing water reservoirs. Rinse thoroughly with plain water afterward before refilling. Now, the part one promised you at the start. Wound care. This is where the old habit and the current guidance genuinely disagree. I want to walk you through why, not just tell you to stop. Wound care guidance today explains it plainly. The same oxidizing reaction that kills bacteria on a cut also damages the healthy cells your body needs to close that wound. Fibroblasts, specifically, the cells that build new tissue. That fizzing you were taught meant it was working. It's actually a sign it's affecting living tissue, not just germs. Kill the bad, damage some of the good, at the same time. What's recommended instead today is almost embarrassingly simple. Rinse the wound with clean water or saline. Pat it dry. Cover it. That's genuinely what current wound care guidance points to now. Not a fancier product, just less interference. If you want more of these old fixes, the ones that tell you plainly when the guidance actually changed, not just what your grandmother did, that's the whole reason to subscribe to this channel. To be clear, this doesn't mean the bottle is useless or dangerous. It means its real job moved. Not first aid anymore. Disinfecting surfaces and lifting stains. That's the honest, current version of what's in your cabinet. I want to sit with that for a second, because it's worth understanding, not just accepting. Guidance changes when we actually learn more, not because someone decided to make things complicated. Doctors used to genuinely believe that fizzing meant progress. Now there's a clearer picture of what's actually happening at the cellular level, and the advice caught up to it. That's true of a lot of the old fixes on this channel, honestly. Some hold up exactly as they always did. Some, like this one, hold up for a different job than we assumed. Both are worth knowing, and pretending otherwise doesn't help you. Same bottle your grandparents trusted. Just a clearer picture now of exactly where to point it. One more practical detail before we move on. For most of what we've covered, straight from the bottle at 3% is fine. For produce washing and garden use specifically, diluting it further with water, roughly 1 part peroxide to 2 or 3 parts water, is the safer, gentler ratio. Stronger isn't better for living things. If you're going to keep a spray bottle mixed and ready under the sink, label it clearly. It looks exactly like water once it's diluted, and that's exactly the kind of mix-up that leads to somebody grabbing the wrong bottle by accident. And a word on shelf life generally. An unopened bottle can last a couple of years in a cool, dark spot. Once it's opened and air starts getting in regularly, expect real strength for a few months, not a couple of years. By a size you'll actually use up. Let's cover what you're probably wondering, because I don't like leaving the obvious questions hanging. Can I mix it with vinegar to make it stronger? No, and this one actually matters for safety. Mixing hydrogen peroxide and vinegar creates a different compound entirely, one that can irritate skin, eyes, and lungs. Use them one at a time, on a rinsed surface, never combined in the same bottle. What about mixing it with bleach? Also know, that combination can release a gas that's genuinely harmful to breathe. These are both strong enough on their own. Never combine cleaning chemicals you're not certain are safe together. How should I actually store it so it doesn't lose strength? In its original brown bottle, in a dark cabinet, lid on tight, away from heat. Light and air both break it down over time. Once opened, most bottles hold real strength for a few months, not indefinitely. How do I know if my bottle has gone flat? Pour a small amount somewhere safe. If it doesn't fizz or bubble at all, it's lost its punch and won't do much of anything anymore. Fresh hydrogen peroxide reacts visibly the moment it touches most surfaces. Is it actually safe to whiten teeth with, like some videos claim? Store-bought 3% is far weaker than what a dentist uses, and swallowing or overusing it can irritate your gums and mouth. If you want to try it, keep it brief, diluted, and don't make it a daily habit. Does it really lighten hair the way people claim? It does have a real bleaching effect on hair, which is exactly why it's an ingredient in some actual hair color products. Used undiluted and uncontrolled at home, though, it can damage hair and irritate your scalp. Professional products dilute and buffer it for a reason. Is it safe to have around kids and pets? Store-bought 3% is relatively mild, but it's still meant for surfaces, not swallowing. Keep it capped, stored up high, the same common sense as any other bottle under your sink. I've seen it used on houseplants. Is that real? There's some real use there, mainly to help aerate soggy soil and deal with certain root issues, heavily diluted. It's not a fertilizer, and using it too strong can hurt roots rather than help them. If not hydrogen peroxide, what should I actually keep in my first aid kit for cuts? Clean water or saline for rinsing, a basic antibiotic ointment, and bandages. That's genuinely the current recommended kit for a minor cut, not a specialty product. I've seen bottles sold at higher concentrations online. Are those the same thing? No, and this one's important. Anything above about 10% is a different product entirely. It's capable of real skin and eye damage, not just a stronger version of what's under your sink. Store-bought 3% is what everything in this video is about. Why does it smell slightly different from water? That's normal. A faint, sharp smell is just the compound itself, not a sign it's gone bad. If it smells strongly chemical or off, that's different and worth replacing. Can it irritate skin even when it's not on a wound? On intact skin, most people tolerate it fine for short use, though it can cause temporary whitening or mild tingling. If you have sensitive skin, do a small patch test first, same as with anything new. I've seen it suggested for toenail fungus. Does that actually work? There's limited real evidence for that specific use, and and it's not something health guidance points to as a reliable treatment. If you're dealing with a real fungal issue, that's worth an actual doctor's visit, not a home experiment. What about the claim that it clears earwax? Diluted hydrogen peroxide is a real ingredient in some over-the-counter eardrop products, so there's genuine basis there. But using straight 3% undiluted in your ear isn't the same thing as a formulated product and can irritate the ear canal. Follow an actual product's instructions, not a guess. Can it help with a smelly washing machine? Yes, genuinely. A cup run through an empty hot cycle helps break down the buildup that causes musty odors in front-loading machines especially. This is one of the more underrated uses, since a smelly washer is a common complaint with a cheap real fix. Does it actually kill mold and mildew in a shower? For surface mold and mildew on tile and grout, yes, given enough contact time. For mold that's gotten into porous material like drywall or grout that's failing, that's a bigger job than a spray bottle solves and may need real remediation. Is it worth using outdoors, on patio furniture, or an outdoor cushion? It can help with mildew stains on outdoor fabric and hard surfaces. Same principle as indoor stain removal, though sunlight will break it down faster outside. Reapply as needed rather than expecting one treatment to last. Does it work in the car, on seats or carpet stains? On fabric seats and carpet, the same stain-lifting principle applies. Tested on an inconspicuous spot first. On leather, be more careful. It can dry out or discolor some leather finishes, so a dedicated leather cleaner is the safer bet there. I've heard it can clean tarnished silver. True, there's some real basis there for light tarnish, though dedicated silver polish is gentler on detailed pieces and family heirlooms. For everyday silverware, it's a reasonable occasional option. For something sentimental and detailed, I'd stick with a product actually made for it. Can I use it to clean a retainer or dentures? Heavily diluted, some dental guidance does mention it as an occasional option, but a product made specifically for retainers and dentures is the safer daily choice. Undiluted, it's too harsh for something that goes back in your mouth regularly. Let's talk about how this fits your specific situation. If you're in an apartment with limited storage, this is one bottle that genuinely replaces several. Counter disinfectant, stain treatment, grout cleaner. Fewer bottles under a small sink, less clutter. If you've got a busy household with kids, the wound care change is the one to actually update in your routine. Swap the instinct to reach for this bottle on a scrape for rinsing with clean water instead. Small habit change, real difference. If you're caring for an older relative or you are one yourself, check what's actually in that medicine cabinet. A lot of older first aid habits, this one included, were set decades before the guidance updated. Pet owners specifically should know something. Vets sometimes use hydrogen peroxide for one narrow emergency purpose: inducing vomiting after a pet swallows something dangerous. That's a vet-directed use, not a general first aid habit. Always call your vet first. For laundry specifically, keep a small bottle right by the washer. Fresh stains respond best. Once something's been through the dryer, heat sets most stains, and this stops helping as much. Working it into a weekly bathroom routine is where the disinfecting use really pays off. Spray grout and counters, let it sit while you do something else, wipe down at the end. If you garden, keep the dilution light and treat it as an occasional tool for soggy soil, not a regular watering additive. More is not better here. If you're trying to cut down what you're spending on cleaning supplies specifically, this is genuinely one of the highest value bottles in the store. A few dollars, multiple real jobs, once you know which ones. And if you've watched our other videos on this channel, the same principle keeps showing up. The old, simple version of a fix usually still works. It just needs using the way it actually works, not the way we assumed as kids. If you're updating a first aid kit for an elderly parent or relative, this is a good afternoon project. Check what's expired, swap out the old wound care habit, and make sure clean saline or water is what's actually reached for now. If you coach a kids team or run a scout troop, this is worth passing along to whoever else handles scraped knees and bumped elbows. A whole group of adults quietly carrying the same outdated habit is common, and an easy one to fix once someone actually says it out loud. In a dorm room or a first apartment, where cabinet space and budget are both tight, This bottle is close to the highest value item you can own. One purchase covering counters, laundry stains, and bathroom grime. If you're on well water rather than city water, hydrogen peroxide is also used in some water treatment systems to address iron and sulfur odor, though that's a specific plumbing setup, not a DIY project. Worth mentioning to whoever services your system if it's something you deal with. Working it into a seasonal deep clean, alongside whatever else you already do each spring, is an easy way to make sure the bottle in your cabinet is actually fresh when allergy season and the accompanying mess show up. So here's what actually matters, if you remember nothing else. This bottle is a genuine, recognized disinfectant and a genuine stain and whitening tool. Real, useful, cheap. But it needs real contact time to work. Spray it and let it sit. And the habit most of us grew up with, pouring it straight on a cut, is the one part that's actually changed. Current wound care guidance points to clean water instead. Not because the bottle went bad, because we learned more about what that fizzing was actually doing. Before you reach for this bottle again, do 3 things. Check that it's stored dark and capped, not sitting in sunlight. Pour a little out to see if it still fizzes. And move it, mentally, out of your first aid kit and into your cleaning supplies, where it actually belongs now. Same $3 bottle. Just point it at the right job. That's the old way. Still works. If you want more of these old fixes, told to you straight, including when the guidance has actually changed, subscribe. That's the whole channel. And tell me something specific in the comments. Were you taught to use this bottle on a cut too? I want to know how common that habit really was, and I'll be reading through what people say.